Don't let bad thumbnails ruin your YouTube video. Sharon from That Snazzy Life came to me with a thumbnail. I showed her 2 quick fixes. The second tip is faster and it's free, but don't sleep on that first tip. It blew Sharon's mind and it made her thumbnail look a whole lot better. Let's see what happened. Here is Sharon's original thumbnail. As you see, the size of her image is 4 by 5. And so that meant that she had to add these green stripes, which match her image. And this is a really great trick, but it makes your thumbnail not look professional. What if you didn't save your original image and you just have the ones with the stripes? I'm going to show you real quickly how you can crop your image so that you can do this next effect. Go to the Canva homepage, and up here in the banner right now, there is an Uploads tab. Upload, and then you're going to choose your file. Here's the file that we need to crop. Instead of using it in design or adding it to a template, click Edit Photo. It's going to pop up, and we're going to be able to crop this just like this. We're going to crop it and then slide in the white handles to get rid of that extra stuff on the side so that you can get your original image back. Click Done. We're going to click Save. You can save it into Canva or you can download it. In this case, I'm just going to save it right into Canva. It will save it to your projects within your uploads. This is that same image, right? This is what blew Sharon's mind. Click the photo, click Edit Photo, and use Magic Expand to expand the image to the whole page. What's going to happen is AI is going to basically generative fill the rest of this with what it thinks should be there. Sometimes the results are awesome and sometimes they're hilarious. So we're going to see what happened. This one looks very good. I'm just going to look at all of them real quick. And I think the first or the fourth are going to look the best. I'm just going to go with the first one and click Done. We have an image that fills the whole frame, and you no longer have to have those sides filled in with a color. So we always want to do our best to elevate the images when we can, so that if we are using imagery for our thumbnails instead of adding text, that we have that across the whole 16 by 9 canvas and not just a little part of it. That's what we did here. I'm wondering, Sharon, how much time will this save you when you are editing it from a 4 by 5 to a 16 by 9? How much time have you been spending on creating thumbnails when you could have just used Magic Expand?
A lot of time. It depends on the project, but yeah, sometimes I spend a lot of time trying to figure out like what to do with the rest of that background so it looks okay. And I pulled in shapes and all kinds of things and trying to find backgrounds that might look, I mean, none of it works. So when Jennifer came back and showed me how to do that, I was like, wow, it looks like a professional photo that was intended for 16 by 9. Yeah, and then it looks so good.
So good.
So good.
Here's a trick that is free and it's faster. But at the end of this, I'm going to show you why you might want to use the Canva Pro feature Magic Expand instead. And what we're going to do is double click the image and change the aspect ratio to 16 by 9. We can adjust the image how we would like at this point and click Done. And then left click and you can size it to the 16 by 9 canvas.
I mean, also, I didn't want to crop that image because the way I filmed it is, and the way I took the shot was the composition I wanted, and cropping it, cutting off the top and the bottom, or any kind of way to crop it that is just not going to have the look that I want. and it's gonna, not be a great image and thumbnail the way I want to see it. But the way I filmed it is the way I want it to look. I don't want it any more cropped. So that's part of what I would spend a lot of time on, is trying to figure out how to crop something that wasn't made for the 16:9 and still use that in a thumbnail.
And the benefit too is that you can use that for other things, social media posts or whatever you want. Where the Magic Expand is better is that it will give you more room to play with. So instead of your plate, like for an example here, being all the way over here on the left hand side and not being able to move it over any, you can take this one that you've done the Magic Expand on, double click it, and make some crops there. And that gives you a little more white space on the side.
As a food photographer filming on my iPhone always, to get that portrait style look, you have to take a photo in portrait mode, and portrait mode does not do 16:9. It just does the whatever 4:5 or 5:4, whatever it is. So if I want to film something in portrait, so I get that nice blurry background and the focus on the food, that the part of the food that I want to focus on, then I can't do that. And in the 16:9, I have to film it that cropped way. So that's part of why I'm having to do this a lot in for my thumbnails. And so now that I can do this Magic Expand, it's like really pretty magical.
It really is. Do you want to know another little trick that you can do that's going to elevate your pictures on your thumbnail?
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Now, another thing that you may want to consider is color adjustments. And Canva has this awesome feature where you can click the photo, click edit photo, and click on adjust and change auto adjust, and it will just change a bunch of different things, including your lighting, your color vibrance, and even your textures. And then you can make intensity adjustments if you want it less or more, and then click out of it, and you've got a nice basic picture for your thumbnail.
I love it.
If you liked this tip as much as Sharon did, I want you to go ahead and tap that like button. I think
Yeah,
that these new magic features within the Magic Studio definitely make Canva Pro worth it. And
definitely.
because I'm an Empower Canvassador, I've got an affiliate link in the description box below. Now is a really great time because a lot of new features have popped up that are Canva Pro only. It's made our lives as content creators so much easier.
Click here to get 6 awesome tricks for planning your next video in Canva.